So show us a little bit of creating looks, because
Sure.
that's what you do, right? You create looks on your
Sure.
set.
Yeah.
So-
and basically, so I get this is my screensaver
Yeah,
for
man.
Father's Day.
Beautiful.
Dave Cohen, my master electrician, put that on there for me, so I thought that was pretty cool. So once we get on site,
Yeah.
it's to the point now we're using both parts of our brain. All the math and the beam angle of the fixtures. Do I have enough to cover the stage?
Mm-hmm.
And then now I have to transfer to the other side of my brain and creatively paint this to make it look like what we sold the client.
Yes.
One of the things too is you got to realize everybody's here for an experience, and so I always set up in the center of the house, and most guys do too, because I need to be where they're experiencing it.
Right.
Because by the time we run the show and we get back in front of house booth, we're off at an angle, and there's a lot of shutter cuts on this set where I need to see the angles coming in.
Right. And
so I set up here just to save. And first of all, it's 200 yards that way. I'm not used to the exercise. But the main reason is I want to sit here where everybody's experiencing the show, so I'm seeing what they're going to experience in real time as I'm setting it up. And then that way, when I'm back there, I know I've already seen it from their perspective, and then I can go ahead with what I was working on.
Yeah, and we also do a show where, say, the national anthem or
Yeah.
singing or
Yeah.
something, right? And you want to feel that same experience in the crowd, like the lights going up, and as we so jokingly say, that just the fanfare, the moving lights, and all that.
Yeah, once you get the haze and the moving lights in there.
Yeah, the haze does help with that.
90% of your shots are going to come from the center of the room, and if I'm setting it up off angle, I don't know that the beams are correct and they're symmetrical, or a lot of times I want lens flare off the camera, and so I'll want to hit the cameras. So sitting here, I can make sure that everything is lined up, and I get my correct.
Yeah. Now, from the creative side, because we talked a lot about the process side of setting it up, the creative side, feeling the music. Talk about Katy Perry.
Oh yeah.
Feeling the music, and do you take time beforehand to know the music to then be able to kind of create that experience and dance the lights?
Yeah, in the corporate world, it's tough. It's, again, a lot of the big names, they come in and then I hand the keys over. But the corporate world, they'll rehearse it. That's the only time you see it, and then hours later or the next morning, you have to perform it. So I've just gotten in the habit of I grab my iPhone and I'll sit down on front and I'll tell them, I'm doing this for a reason. You're not going to see any lighting changes now. So I just record it, and then at 2-3 o'clock in the morning, I just set and then I've got the entire rehearsal on my phone. Because again, the same thing. I don't want to just go off my notes. I want to go off the emotion of what they did, what the performers did, and play off that as I'm building this for the audience to experience. And when I just have a handwritten note, move stage left, move center, trombone solo, whatever it is, it doesn't mean anything when I'm reading it. But when I'm watching it and play back, it actually helps me perform with them.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah.